Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me for today's Lunch and Learn. I'm Keith Armour. I'm the Education Homework Support Manager down here in the Adult Learning Center at the main library. Today's Lunch and Learn, we're going to revisit Peterson's Career Prep. A lot of times we tend to Google a lot of things, and sometimes people would like to update their resume and come up with a good cover letter. So they Google and they find something that says free resume builder. And they get all the way into the whole thing, and it gets to the point where they have to print it. And the next thing you know, they're asking you for a credit card. I'm going to show you a place where you don't have to enter a credit card. You do have to put in a number, but it's your library card number. So we're going to take a look at that and some activities that are happening around the library. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. Well, all right, we've arrived at our wonderful website, cincinnatilibrary.org. Don't forget, with all of the things that are happening, COVID-wise, you can always find the latest information on our website. And here is a message that our wonderful director, Paula Bream-Heger, she put together this information. Of course, here we're very excited that Governor DeWine came to visit our new reimagined Price Hill Library. And there is Elaine Fay, and there's Sandra Presley. There's our wonderful director, and there's David Siders, and of course the governor. He came to tour the wonderful facility, and you can too. You can definitely go to Price Hill and check it out. I highly recommend it. Now, what we did was we put out a game plan for bringing back more and more services to the residents of Cincinnati and Hamilton County for their public library system. And in May, what we did was we took away the time limits at our locations. They were completely removed, so you can come in and spend as much time as you would like in inside our public libraries. And then, of course, we increased the capacity limits. Depending on the size of the building, we still want to have some social distancing, so that changes from 50 to 75%. Now, this past Monday, what we did was we stopped quarantining materials for customers because we found out that the materials are perfectly fine, and so we've stopped doing that this past Monday. And then we just kind of turned back a couple of other things as well. And then what's great is Elmwood Place and Green Hills branches will be coming back online too. In June, this is what's going to happen in July and in August. And I'll provide a link for you for this. And of course, this might change depending on different things that happen. But you can always check out these type things on our home page. All right. So we're going to go back, we're going to go to services, and we are going to go right over here to jobs. All right, now we've put this job seeker page, so we've put everything that we have online that focuses on jobs. So what you might want to do right away, and I talked about this last week, was start with a library card. And you just click here. This is the following criteria for a library card. You need to be a resident of the state of Ohio. You could be an associate member of one of the regional library systems. You could be a temporary or transitional resident of Hamilton County. You could be a property owner of Hamilton County. Say you live over in Indiana, but you own property in Hamilton County, you can get a library card. And even if you live in Boone, Campbell, or Kenton County over in Kentucky, if you have a library card with them, then you can have a library card with us. And it's very easy. You just click here and apply for a library card. And there's several different types of library cards. You've got regular, and that means everything. Adult only, child and teen only, dependent child or teen, downloadable only. So all of the things that I'm going to show you today are downloadables. Educator, and of course, educator cards are great. Especially when you're going back to school in the fall. It looks like everybody's going to go back in. That's great. And of course, if you have a book club, we have special cards for book club as well. So you just apply. And of course, if you're an existing card holder and you need to renew or you've forgotten your password, we can reset that for you. Just calling us at 369-6900. We're going to click back. So here's our career page. Now these are, we have a huge calendar of events, and I've shown you several different times how you can subdivide the calendar and all of that. Well, what we did for this is we put some job seeker type of activities or virtual classes that we have going on, such as I Need a Resume, or the virtual class Career 101 Google Docs for basics. So it kind of gives you a warm up on how to use those type of free tools that are online. And then this virtual writing group is actually for teens, but writing is very important for teens, especially since they are starting to become job seekers as well. Last week we talked about Job Now. I'm going to click on there real quick. Of course, when you're outside the library, a window is going to pop up and you're going to have to put in your library card number and your PIN. Now, I want to point out once again, there's this wonderful recorded workshop and it's Interview Breakthrough. And Ashley will show you and give you some great tips on how to really break through during that interview process. And that's one of a series of different recorded workshops that BrainFuse has put on. So definitely check that one out. There's resume templates that are totally free. You don't have to put in a credit card number. You do have to put in your library card number at one point to get to this page, but it's totally free, and it's a really great resource there with those templates that are right there, and then you can just plug in your information. There's resume resources, resume lab, where you can actually submit your resume, and then within 24 hours it comes back in your message center, and that is some tips from an expert on how to make your resume bigger. Not bigger, but better. Sorry about that. And then Optimal Resume is a really cool software. It's really kind of bumping it up. But the great feature, I think, is not just the resume, the job interviews, and the career area, but it is also live help. And that's 7 days a week from 2 in the afternoon until 11 at night. And then they even have unemployment assistance on here as well. So you can click here and then you can get some help. And that is also part of the live feature. And that is 7 days a week from 2 until 11. So definitely check out Job Now. Now, of course, today we're going to do Peterson's Career Prep. I'll go over that in just a minute, but also don't forget about lynda.com, which is actually LinkedIn Learning now. And that has just a huge amount of video tutorials that cover almost every type of computer software program that you might encounter or would like some more information. It is for it supports beginners, intermediate, and advanced learners, and it just is absolutely wonderful. Treehouse is also great, but we have limited seats to Treehouse, so you have to apply, and then when a seat becomes available, then we would email you, and then you can get in there and learn a lot of the cutting edge coding and website and app creation software that's out there. Canopy has a lot of great course videos, and of course Universal Class has over 500 self-paced classes. However, they do have a lot for management, office skills, computer training, and writing, which is very important. You can also reach all of these right here just by clicking on any of them here. There's our latest blogs on jobs, and then of course some books for job seekers down here as well. So let's go to Peterson's Career Prep. Go right here. And I like Peterson's for a lot of different reasons as well as I like Job Now. Peterson's, I think it's a little fancier when it comes to changing your resume. But what I also like about Peterson's is that Peterson's Career Prep is that they have these 4 features. They have create a resume, find a career, college search engine there, and then advice over here. Now I'm going to log in, and it's really easy to get a login. It's very easy to create an account. You just have to have an email account and a password that you have to create, and then you give them a little bit more information. We're going to go down to advice first, and with the virtual career library, individual modulars will help guide you through the career seeking process. So we click here, and here it is. Each one of these modules, and there are 10 of them. There's career change, and maybe because of the past year, you might have thought, you know what, I need a career change. This is a great place to start. It's a little tutorial that will take you through and try to get you on a path for a new career. Of course, you need a cover letter when you're applying for jobs. There's resume basics down here as well. There's interviewing network that is a great tutorial on that. There's a job search tutorial. There's resume sections because there's different sections in a resume. And if you haven't put a resume together in a while, you might be surprised of some things that you want to add, like certain skills that you have. Maybe you've mastered Microsoft Office Suite. You want to put that skill in there. So this whole section is really helping. It's designed for you to really tap into the skills you might not have thought that you had. And I also love this one as well. And JobNow had this section as well, but it's a military transition. So if you're going from a military career to a civilian career, this tutorial will take you through that process as well, okay? So I'm going to go back to home. We're going in reverse order, as long as my computer cooperates. But each one of those 10 modules just takes you through a really great area. Now, career search, career college search, I'm going to just click on this real quickly. But you can actually really look at where you want to go, the area of study that you're going to go to. You can click in there, the school type, the admission difficulty, school size, the setting, the tuition, and other information as well. So you can really do a great search for different colleges. So I'm going to click back. And then this is Finding a Career. It's self-paced, easy to discover guide for self-discovery. Click right here. And it's going to take you along this path. It's going to let you get started here, and then you're going to go over here to self-discovery, and that's different assessments that you will have. And then they're going to organize your ideas for you, and then you're going to go through some self-discovery where you're going to match up the career with some of the things that you value and your interests. And then you're going to discuss it with your results, and you're going to learn about different careers and even how much some of them pay. And then you get yourself organized, and then maybe you need some additional training, such as you need to learn certain software. So you can go to LinkedIn Learning right there on our website and learn more about that particular software. You can also learn a lot about a company using our different databases right there on our website as well. And that's perfect before an interview. And how to start the job hunt, putting your resume together, exploring careers that are out there right now. Remember what you learned about yourself. You're going to review your assessments. And then that's going to help you guide along the way, your path, your journey to joy, meaning, and purpose. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right, we're going to click back to this one. And I'm going to show you real briefly right here, creating a resume. I'm going to click right here. And I already have a resume up here that I've already put in here. So I'm going to share. Wait, no, I'm going to actually click on it. So I put my name in here, but I am definitely not a director of this technology company. But as you can see, each section, all I have to do if I wanted to change something, maybe I started at this company in 2015, and then that's the present. I can come down here, I can change each one of these, I can delete them, I can add to them. I can come down here and add something. I can delete a whole section if I want. But each time I can go into each one of these fields, as you can tell, and I can add information along the way, okay? And I just think this is such a cool, easy feature. Now I could even add a section. I could add a summary, a portfolio, charts, text, skills. I could add that skills section that I was talking about, and I can add that to my resume. And I can also put different things over here. Here's core competencies. Here's my education and certificate. And I do not have an MBA. I just want to let you know that. I do have a master's in education, but not a business administration master's. But you can change all sorts of different things on here. But one of my favorite features, say you put all this information in here, and all you have to do to make it look different is click right here. And look, this is the one that I've checked off. That's the one I'm in. If I come right up here and I say use this template, all of a sudden you see that it's completely different. And I think when you're applying for a different job, you might want to change your resume up a little bit. They always say make sure you change your cover letter to reflect the job that you're applying for. But this is so easy just to change how your resume looks just by clicking. And then of course you can change the information the same way down here. Okay. Now when you move up here to preview, because we're in edit resume section here, if we hit preview here, then you'll notice if I click on any section on here, I can't change anything because this is what it would look like if I printed it out right now, okay? So that's the preview of the section. And remember, I didn't put anything in education down here because my education's over here. So I'd probably want to go back and delete this section because my education and certificates are over here, even though I'm not an MBA. All right, but if I want to go back, I can just click right here to edit resume. And once again, if I click here, I can click on this one and I can use this template. All right, it's just so easy to be able to do this. And I just think that's so cool that you can get a really different looking resume each time that you go in there. Okay, so I'm going to click out. There's all sorts of other things that are part of this whole career prep that I can't show you, but because of time, but definitely check that out. This whole section is just really great, but I really highly recommend if you're really getting back into the job market, you might want to go over the advice first because things do change. And so the advice section is really, really cool. All right. So with that, let me get you back to how you get there. So you go to our main page, you go to services, then you go right over here to jobs, and then you click on Peterson's Career Prep here, or you can click down there. Now, don't forget, once you click on that, you have to put in your library card number and your PIN if you're not in the library. If you're in the library, you don't have to do that. And then you have to create a username and a password for those two sites. All right. So let's go to events since we're running out of time. I put in for Saturday, and of course we have a whole bunch of outdoor story walks that are happening. It's just beautiful weather now. And we're having one of our last seed and plant swaps, and this one's happening at Norwood from 2 to 4 this coming Saturday, May the 22nd. And then, of course, Hyde Park's still doing that. The cicadas have started emerging, so you can celebrate or hide inside with a take and make kit from Pleasant Ridge, and that is for children and teens. Cards of kindness from Loveland, of course. If I scroll down, there's a lot of virtual story times here. There's one more that I really wanted to point out. Oh, I love these. This is a floating keychain that's great at Green Township. But right here, story time at Meadows Park. And this is sponsored by, I do believe, Sims Township. Yeah. And what they're going to do, and this is what I was telling a friend of mine when I was walking and we were having our weekly chat at Friendship Park downtown in Cincinnati. I hope to see more and more people keep enjoying the parks because Cincinnati and Hamilton County have such great parks. But here is a story time in the park. And look, it's not just at Hopewell Meadows Park just this coming Saturday, but they plan on doing all of these different parks in Sims Township. And I just think that's great. And that's going to be from 10 until 12. So check that out. Even if you don't go to Sims Township for the Sims Township Library, go ahead and check it out at one of the parks here. I just think that's such a great idea. And I just think just check that out. That's all I'm going to say there on that one. And let me go back down here. There's another one. Yeah, Green Hills, they're doing a story time in the gazebo. Of course, weather permitting, but they're doing a great time over there from 10:30 to 11, and that's next Monday, the 24th. Oh, I'm sorry. The other one is Monday, the 24th as well. I thought that was on Saturday. It's the plant swap that's Saturday. So check that out. Let me just go back one more time. I just want to make sure I'm saying that correctly. Yep, that's Monday. Yeah, Monday the 24th. Yeah, I can read. There we go. Monday, May the 24th. All right. So definitely check that out. And one more thing that I wanted to point out, and that is right here, our free meal service. Don't forget, with our wonderful partners from UMC Food Ministry, we are continuing to do our food service, and that will still continue to happen throughout the summer as well. But that you can go to participating locations right here, and you can see the participating locations. And don't forget, we are going to be closed on May 31st for Memorial Day, but we're going to distribute on Tuesday, June the 1st. So keep that in mind. But all of these locations, and then this tells you who's eligible. But we'll continue to do that service throughout the summer. So definitely check that out. All right. I'm going to click out and tell you a few more things, and we'll call it a day. Well, all right, that was Peterson's Career Prep, totally free. All you have to do is enter your library card and your PIN, and if you don't have a library card, give us a call, 369-6900, and we can get you a library card. But there's so many things there. You can enter all of your information. You can print it out as a PDF, as a Word document. You can print it out with so many different looks. You can change the look of your resume just with a click of a button. And it's just amazing to me. But remember, it is totally free. And speaking of other free events, there's all those wonderful make and take it's that are happening around, and all of those wonderful story times that are happening in local parks. Check out the library. The library is obviously something that you can get a lot of return for your investment. And your investment is just a little bit of time to get a library card and to visit us. All right. You have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week for Let's Learn. Thanks.